Peace and love, y'all. Sister Nzinga here. How you doing? How you doing? Woo! Another day of working on emancipating ourselves from mental slavery. It's rough out here, y'all. It's rough out here because just like they say, if you don't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else? And it's like if you don't know that you're sick, how can you be healed? And I know this thing with this mental slavery. You don't realize it. You don't realize it because it's just a normal day-to-day bullshit. Excuse me, I have to say it that way. It's just a normal day-to-day bullshit that we go through, and we just assume that this is just normal, but it's not normal. So I want to talk about. Let me thank my subscribers. I've been getting some new subscribers, so I'm so happy that people are listening, and people are sharing and caring. I'm grateful for that. So, So. Thank you guys, but I would like to ask more people to comment and then click the subscription button so you'll get a notification. I mean, not subscribe, but the notification button so you'll get a notification every time that I do a video. You see what this thing here on the wall says? I know you probably can't read it. Oh, but it says, abnormality in this locality is normality. That says, abnormality in this locality is normality. That I know that my lifestyle is abnormal from quote unquote the normal, what people consider normal, because I just don't do and go for all the stuff that they're trying to offer us. I just cannot accept it, and I'm not going to accept it because I'm working on emancipating myself from mental slavery, and I've done a lot of work towards it, and I'm there, and I just don't fall for the okie doke. But what I want to talk about is this thing called normal. What do we consider normal? Just because somebody's been doing something for 10 years, 40 years, I would say 100 years, because we've been going through this bullshit for over, for 4, 5, 600 years. Just because you've been doing this all your life, your grandmama did it, your great-grandmama did it, everybody, your mom, sister, brother, family does it, your husband does it, something. It does not make it correct or right. It does not make it correct. Just because everybody does it, it does not make it correct. It's only just something that people, because of so many people doing it, that they have normalized it and people have accepted it. But it does not make it correct. So these things that we do and that have been normalized because people are accepting it, people consider to be normal. Well, that's what everybody else does. That's why I don't go for that thing. So that's what everybody else does. I don't give a damn what everybody else do, and you shouldn't either. You should think about doing something, reacting or buying or participating in something based on your own personal feelings, needs, understanding, or whatever of a certain thing. It's not just don't do it because everybody else do it. Now, no disrespect to anybody, but like these things called tights. Everybody wear tights. And now people are wearing tights as like a pair of pants like to go outside. That's not, and they have normalized that. That doesn't make it right. Those things were created for people to go to the gym and, do your little workout and so forth, or as a lining underneath of your clothes to keep you warm. That's what they was created for. But then many people just start wearing them outside, wearing the gym stuff outside like it's clothing. You see people with sweatpants, not sweatpants, but these tights, little tight sets and all that kind of stuff all the time, going to the mall, going whatever. I hope they don't start wearing them to church because people wear anything to church nowadays too. So, but that does not make it correct. That's because that's what people do. Like I spoke last week about the things that I think that women, that females do that's inappropriate. I think it's inappropriate to wear those things out in the streets because it's just your skin. It's like you have on nothing. And it's showing your whole everything. And no, that's not the way it's supposed to be. Because we have to respect ourselves. I saw something one time and this thing said, it said that, like diamonds, like things that are valuable. Like diamonds, all the clams or pearls in the ocean and, stuff like that. Those things are hidden. You have to dig for them because they're valuable. So it's the same thing as for a woman wearing clothing. You need to wear something to cover up yourself, because what you are exposing, if you don't, is something that's valuable. And if you just let it hang out like that and this and that, it holds no value. It holds no value if everybody can see it. Everybody can make it see it, you know. It has no value. But something is concealed and you have to dig for it. You have to, do something to get to it. Then it must be valuable. So these are just certain things that, we just need to really, we have to start thinking, y'all, because it ain't illegal yet. We really have to start thinking and seeing how this thing pertains to us personally, instead of us just going along. It doesn't make it right, because everybody does it. Like people wear, brothers are still wearing Timbs. And I think that's disgusting, because we shouldn't wear them, because this white man came out and publicly and said that, no, I don't advertise in the black community because I don't want them wearing my products. Ha! Soon as he said that, I'd be like, well, I never bought no Timbs anyway. But soon as he said that, we should say, okay, well, F him. Then we ain't gonna wear his products. What we do, we still, what happened was, what you call them, rappers and different people on TV and so, and everybody's, was showing that this is what they wearing. They wearing them all loose on your feet, which is not good for your foot. Have to just grab your feet and have to hold the boot on when you're moving, when it ain't tied up. But everybody still wore it, and it was like, the rappers and so, they wore it, and then everybody's just still wearing it because, they were talking about it was a style, whatever. But we should have stopped wearing that stuff a long time ago. This is the kind of stuff, see, this is the mental slavery. And you think you ain't a slave, but you are to a slave, because there's somebody tell you, I don't want you wearing my stuff, and and then you still wear it? I mean, so you hooked on something that you still wearing it for what? Because it's a style? No, don't disrespect me like that, and then I'm still going to wear it because it's a style. I don't care about the damn style. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, just certain things that white people wear, white people do, and we do it, we have to be mindful of that kind of stuff. I'd be laughing at it. When sisters have that, white women used to always do this stuff, the hair, wear, or take this one finger and do like this kind of stuff, and, all this thing here. But if you look now, you see a lot of sisters, because they got this hair flowing. They like, with the hair and, taking little fingers, getting it out the face and all that kind of stuff. You do stuff that because other people do it. No, y'all. Love up on yourself. Love up on yourself. That really wasn't my topic I wanted to talk about today. But see, when I start talking about something, then it moves from one thing to the other, because there's so much. All this stuff is all connected, y'all. It really is all connected. But anyway, so the main thing I want to talk about today is about us being healthy. And the one thing that we need to do when we start this journey of emancipating ourselves from mental slavery is to check our health. Your health is your wealth. And this is still kind of along the same lines, because just because everybody goes to McDonald's, you still go to McDonald's? Like, why? When you know that it's trash. When you know that the Chinese people was feeding us, feeding people, and I would say us, because that's all, Chinese people is not in the white people community. I saw this thing, I'm going to go a little sidebar. I saw this thing recently, and this was a Chinese lady who was saying that the reason why the Chinese stores are not in the white communities because they don't want them there. They don't want them there. And I guess when they try to apply for something, I guess they all tight on their little community organizations and so forth. They ain't having it. They don't want that stuff in their community. So they come in our community and they do that mess to us, and they feed us crap. You go into the store, sometimes the floor is dirty as I don't know what. They don't clean the floor. And then you go into the business because it's hot back there where they cook the food at. When you come into their front area where the waiting areas, it's cold as hell because they won't put the heat on. In the wintertime, they don't put the heat on. They just will just keep themselves warm because it's hot. They're back there in the kitchen, but they don't care enough for their customers to be able to sit there and supply heat. When we sit there paying them, so I mean they taking their money. They not even providing us a good service of keeping us warm while we're waiting for their food. But they taking all your money out the damn community, though, ain't they? See, this is the kind of mental slave I'm talking about. This is the kind of stuff we have to fight against. We have a say. You have a choice. You have a choice. We must emancipate ourselves. But getting back to the point is that Our health is so important. And that's one thing that we know that these foods are not good. We see more packaged food, processed food, frozen food, canned food, all that kind of stuff. There's only 2 aisles in the supermarket that has fresh fruits. All the rest of it is packaged food, processed food, something, something, something. And then we learn it. We're learning, y'all. We're learning about certain words when they say that the this new word, they used to call it GMO, but now it's called genetically modified. Well, I think that's what GMO is, genetically modified. That's what that stands for. But now it's called it's called, what do they call it now? My mind escapes me. I'm sorry. But anyway, but we do know that when the foods are like that, that means that food is you're not really getting the food. You're getting it, and then they added something to it, like like when a lot of time when you see like vitamin C or riboflavin and all these kind of like things like that, they're on a food package as far as the ingredients. That means what they're doing, they're adding stuff to it, because as a whole, they're not giving you the whole food itself. That's why they're adding vitamins to it, and they're adding this and that to it. So that means you're not really getting the product that it's supposed to be. If it's supposed to be tomatoes, you get tomatoes, phosphorus, and all them long names. And it's supposed to be just a can of tomatoes, but it got 25 ingredients in it. Well, what the hell is that? What are you really eating? I mean, this is the kind of stuff that we have to think about. This is the mental slavery. The thing about it that we don't think enough to check out this shit. That's the slavery right there, because you trust them and you just go along with what they're saying. So we have to be mindful. Our health is so important. I had a situation here. It made me cry. So a friend of mine called me and told me they was going to the hospital to have open heart surgery. And sometimes people's families is a little crazy, a little cray-cray. Everybody's family, a little cray-cray. And I just knew the brother wasn't really tight with his family and so forth. And so I wanted another friend to be there, since I couldn't be there myself. So then I called this other friend and say, look, so-and-so, our boy, so-and-so is, going in the hospital, having open heart surgery. Can you go and checking him on after Thursday? I called him. He had a stroke. I said, what? Are you kidding me? So then I said, okay, but let me call so-and-so. Because it was a group of us. We all grew up. We've been friends since second grade. We've been friends since second grade. We just stay in touch with each other. So then I said, okay, let me call the next name. He said, well, yeah, they going through some stuff too, because while I was in the hospital, with my stroke and stuff, she was in the hospital too. And so y'all, I'm just saying, and some conversations was like, well, yeah, it's okay. This is just what you go through. We're getting old and so on, so on, so. And my thing is that, yeah, we are getting old, but we don't have to be getting sick. We need to escape from this mental slavery, and we need to start eating things by our choice, not by what they were given. We need to eat by choice. Eat with a purpose to be healthy. Don't just eat any damn thing because it tastes good. It's not that people get old, and well, it is. I mean, because sometimes when you do get old, certain things in your body do decay, and they, it comes down, it deteriorates. But it's not automatic just because you're old that you got to have a stroke, or it's not automatic just because you're old that you have to have diabetes. It's not automatic just because you're old that you have to have a heart attack. You don't. But if you go along with the world, society, and eat what they eat, and go through all the stress that they give you, and put up with this thing and all that kind of stuff, then yeah, that is going to happen to you. But we cannot assume just because that we're over 60, over 60s and 70s, that that it's just we just gonna wait to get sick. Like we're just gonna wait to get sick and die. No, my mother just turned 96 years old. Thank God. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for that. I just turned 66 on yesterday too, y'all. So I just turned 66 yesterday. So you don't have to be that way. But if you emancipate yourself from mental slavery, and if you think for yourself, because it ain't illegal yet, then you will be making choices that's better for you and yours, your family. You don't have to continue to eat, this nasty food, of the fast food, the Chinese food. So many, like, in America, they make a lot of sandwiches. And sometimes that, eating all the bread, and the carbs and stuff, that's not good for you. I mean, it's good though. It's good. I mean, it tastes good because like on the East Coast, they got sub sandwiches and steak sandwiches. Boy, them things be slamming. But you can't be eating that shit all the time because the shit ain't good for you. The cheesesteaks, they so greasy and everything, and and that stuff ain't good for you. And then you got the thick bread, and then the rolls for the sub sandwiches. That sub roll, that just tastes good. I'm telling you, I admit it tastes good. I do eat one every now and then, but that's not something I eat on the regular. That's for sure. I mean, maybe once or twice a year. So that's what I'm saying. That we have to make choices. We have to eat on purpose. Well, but the brother wrote the book, Eat to Live. There you go, right there. Why don't we make choices to eat to live? You don't eat because it tastes good. You don't eat because it's cheap. You don't eat because somebody gave it to you. You don't eat because, whatever. I mean, there's so many. Woo, Lord. I mean, I'm telling you, I just get so floored sometimes when I think about, these situations. Because in this situation with my friends, I called one to see if I could help the one, but that one, had something happen to him. And then when the third one I wanted to go to, I'm like, oh my gosh. We have to know about ourselves. We have to love upon ourselves, and we have to want to know and to do what's best for ourselves. We cannot continue to eat and drink things that our family did, because if your family's not a healthy family, then you're going to get ill too. I have a lot of issues in my family as far as health is concerned. And I had to change everything that I do. Change my thinking. I don't have no stress. I don't eat the stuff that other people eat. And I'm the only one, let me see. I'm the only one with my oldest sister, my oldest one and me. We the only ones that's not taking medication for high blood pressure or diabetes or one of those kind of things. But it's a choice. It's the choices that you have to make about you, loving you. Wanting longevity and wanting to be around so you can see your children graduate from high school, college, and all that kind of stuff. If you want to be there, then you have to take care of your body. It's not just because, well, now I'm old, and I get old, and I guess that's what happens, and we have to exercise. And we complain about my back hurt, my knees hurt, and something like that. If this thing just sits still all the time, it's gonna hurt. If I kept my hand like this all the time. Once I try to bend my hand, do something like that, oh boy, it would probably hurt so bad, because it's like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be stuck right there. So it would hurt. So same thing with our knees and our arms, our head, our neck. You got to move them. Exercise and eating fruits and vegetables is two of the most important things that you need to do in your life. Other than no. So God comes first. Okay, the Most High comes first. That comes first. But then after that, the foods that we eat, making healthy food choices, and exercising our bodies. So we're able to live. So we're able to participate in fun stuff. Whether we wanted to go on a hike, whether we wanted to, just had to take a walk we just want to take a walk. Sometimes people say, well, I can't go take a walk because my knees hurt. Okay, but just go ahead and let your knees hurt, but start taking a walk, and then the more that you start walking, the knees ain't going to hurt no more. I mean, there's an excuse for everything, but what it is that you want? What is it that you want? And you have to go and take that step, whether it hurts, whether you're scared, whether you're, you think you're not able to, whether somebody told you that you can't do it or whatever. Just do it. Just do it. Don't let other people dictate your life for you. You have to live, not just be alive. You have to live. We want to live our lives. We don't want to just be alive. And we don't want to do it, with the assistance of a cane or a walker or those little electronic chairs that people be in. And I know some people need it. I'm not trying to, it's there for people who need it. But you can avoid it if you would just take care of your body. Take care of this temple that you got here. Take care of all this. Exercise it. Move it. Shake it. I mean, I love to dance. I'm telling you, I love to dance. I get my exercise in. My knees be hurting because I dance too damn much. I can go to a party 9, 10 o'clock, and I'm on the dance floor till 2 or 3 o'clock till it's over with. Because I love to dance. So, well, y'all, I'm just saying, for my Earth Day, I was just in full gratitude. I really didn't want anything. I really didn't want to go anywhere or do anything. I was just grateful. I was just so, so grateful that, that I'm 66. I'm healthy. I'm happy, full of joy. And I'm grateful that my mom just turned 96 and she's alive and kicking. She's definitely getting older. She's almost 100 years old. Man, what a blessing. That's why I want to take care of myself so I can live to be 100 years old. I want to be more than 100. I think I'm going to make it too. What about you? Are you gonna start doing something different? Are you gonna make changes in your life? Are you gonna eliminate some stress? Whether it's people, places, and things, eliminate the stress. Eliminate the stress. Are you gonna start making healthy food choices and not stop eating shit just because it tastes good? Are we gonna start speaking up when we know that something is definitely wrong? Or we're gonna say, well, ain't no much sense in me saying them because that's what everybody do. No, it doesn't really matter if that's what everybody else does. If you know that thing that everybody's doing is wrong, speak up. Especially somebody you care about. I mean, you can't change the whole world. You cannot change the whole world. Really, you can't change nobody else but yourself, really. But, we can be a good example. So, I mean, whew. We in some deep shit, y'all. But we can get out of it. That's the good thing about it. We can get out of it. And many of us are. I will have to say that I know that many of us are, but we're kind of here or there, like in some over there, over here, stuff like that. We haven't unified as a whole to be able to do anything collective yet, but that's coming. That's coming, because Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. So it's just rough out there, and I'm just saying I do these videos because I love my people, and I know that I'm concerned about the future. For my grandchildren, and I want to make a difference. I want to be the example. I want to share whatever I know. I want to be able to share it with somebody else, because each one teach one. That's our responsibility. We do have a responsibility, to other humans on this earth. We do have a responsibility. You as a human being has a responsibility, especially with us. We're our people. We're a village. We all operate collectively. That's where it was, and we had to get back to those old things, and then we had to stop saying that's the old way. But I'm telling you, boy, that's the better way, because the way shit's done right nowadays, the way stuff is done right nowadays, that ain't good. We can say that's the new way, but it's not a good way. I put that for sure. It's not a good way. So y'all think, because it ain't illegal yet, and and be able to admit, that yeah, I guess I am caught up. It's just just working on you. You don't need nobody else to prove them. You don't need nobody else to confirm it for you, to affirm that you know that there's certain things are wrong. You don't need nobody to affirm it. You can feel it in your soul. Be connected with yourself. Spend time by yourself, with yourself, because that's how we heal. And sometimes we have to cut people loose, cut certain places loose, cut certain things that we do loose. Loose yourself, y'all. Loose yourself from things that are not contributing to anything good for you. Loose it. Whew. I love you. God loves you, so do I. Thank you again for watching, sharing, and caring. Peace and love, Sister Zinger. Until we meet again.